It's 5:30 in the morning and today we're going to West Bank. So yeah, we're taking a tour there. So we're gonna take a taxi to where the tour company is. And yeah, we're gonna go on an adventure of our lives. So we're gonna go to the city of Jericho, Ramallah, and we're also gonna go to Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ, which apparently happens to be in Palestine. We're gonna be like some 18 people. We have to take our passports. They said it's not necessary that they'll check it, but they have checkpoints where they'll make sure that none of us are Israeli. So if you have an Israeli passport, you can't go to Palestine, but any other passport in the world, you're good to go. We just boarded our bus, and the bus is first gonna go to Jerusalem, and then we're gonna split into two groups. So we're in Jerusalem now. You can see a lot of military everywhere, and we're changing our buses to go to West Bank. So we've crossed the checkpoint. There you can't see any more Hebrew text anymore. It's all written in Arabic. And yeah, just way older cars. Everything looks a lot more rundown. It's insane. We made our first stop in the city of Ramallah, and we've just gotten off from our minibus. Our guy's gonna give us some briefing. So yeah, the craziest thing I've learned so far is that only 18% of the West Bank is actually controlled by Palestine. But this used to be a clock tower in the Yasser Arafat square, and they replaced it with a man climbing up to a Palestine flag, because it used to be, or I think it still is, a crime for young Palestinians to display their flag. This is the main square of Ramallah City. Israel has taken full control of Jerusalem. So now Palestine has been forced to set up its operations of like its parliament, president, prime minister, everything is in Ramallah. So this is now the main city of Palestine that's actually under Palestinian control. Our guide was telling us that, you know, yesterday a few Palestinian people, like just normal citizens, got killed by Israeli military. That's what he says, and he says this is kind of like a normal day-to-day life for them. That this is what happens on the regular, and it's just a sad day for them. And yeah, it's very hard. Let's look at the supermarket. Yeah, they do have a lot of international brands. Twix, it's all in Arabic, so it's not coming from Israel. Products that you sell here, where do they come from?
From Egypt or Lebanon.
Oh, Egypt or Lebanon, but you don't get it from
Jordan. It's too expensive.
Too expensive. Oh, okay. We're having some Arabic coffee that's different from Turkish coffee. Oh, there's a gas here that he's heating on right here. Okay, so now we've made it to the tomb of Yasser Arafat, president of Palestine, who passed away in 2004. He was 75 years old, and yeah, he was under siege for 2 years by the Israeli military before his health started deteriorating. This is his tomb, and this is where he's been buried. But they want him to be buried in Jerusalem, but they can't. Yeah, Yasser Arafat, in Palestine, he's considered a hero. In Israel, he's considered a terrorist. So between 1993 to 1995, the Oslo Accords were signed, where Palestine actually agreed to give 80% of the land to Israel and just keep what is today West Bank and Gaza Strip. Today, 80% of West Bank is still controlled by Israel. Yasser Arafat was trying to make peace and make the concessions, live in a new reality and recognize Israel. Israel did not have it, and they've basically taken over 80% of West Bank, put a siege in Gaza Strip, and just made life for Palestinians completely miserable from what it looks like.
Civil administration of the West Bank. Imagine the name, what they use. Civil administration of the West Bank. From here they control all checkpoints in the West Bank. All the roads, if it's open or closed. There it's cement blocks and gate, closing the road that we must use straight away. We must be now leaving this area already. But since we are not allowed, we need to go around. Again, always going around and around.
Look at those beautiful views. We're on our way to Jericho. You can see the mountains. And we're gonna go to 275 meters below sea level, to the lowest city in the world. So most of the time that we're driving, it seems like we're driving in Israeli military territory. All the billboards are now again in Arabic. So we've entered Palestine territory again. It's a little park there. So we've made it to Jericho. Our guide's telling us that it's the oldest city in the world. So we're gonna check out some archaeological ruins, but Damn, the temperature here is so hot. The city of Jericho, apart from being the oldest city, also has some very significant spots from the Bible. And yeah, the crazy thing is 11,000 years old. The city is 11,000 years old. It's founded in 9,000 BC. And we're gonna look at a structure that's still surviving from 8,500 BC. So yeah, this is probably one of the oldest surviving structures. 8,500 BC, a watchtower in Jericho. So apparently before 9,000 BC, most humans were living in caves. Humans started coming out of the caves and started making settlements in this valley. And one of the reasons they settled in this valley is that there's natural spring water here that they found, and water is so necessary to human settlement. And to date, that same spring water is what the city of Jericho is using, which is crazy. So this is one of the most iconic fountains in the city. Look, it says the oldest city of the world. So we're at our next site, which is a very important site, the site of baptism of Jesus. We're gonna go check out the Holy River. And on the other side of the Holy River is actually Jordan, the country. The border is controlled by Israel, so that's why you see an Israeli flag. So we're almost in Jordan. Almost country number 59 for me. Reminding me of the River Ganga. People take the water from here for friends and stuff. Dip a little bit. Look at this. So you have people on both sides. This is my second holy water of the year. With my dips in Ganga and my feet in here, I think I've been purified as it gets. There's more people on the Jordanian side. So just like the River Ganga, some people fully dip themselves. So yeah, if you cross that rope, you're basically in Jordan. So yeah, just like the Ganga River, you see some people take bottles of water from this holy river and take it home for friends and family. It's just so interesting, the similarities between holy rivers around the world. And it took us a really long time to get to Bethlehem because the traffic was really bad. There's so few roads that are accessible to the Palestinians that yeah, they face really bad traffic every single day. Okay, so we've made a stop for some Palestinian lunch. Check this out. And hummus, salads. Okay, so here we have some meat, fries, lamb, and chicken. Check that out, some baklava to end our Palestinian lunch. Okay, so we're done with our lunch. It's really good. Proper Palestinian food with some kebabs, salads. We're gonna check out the place where Jesus was born. We're going to the church now, the most important church in Bethlehem. And from the church, we might go to the cave where Jesus Christ was born. So after star and bucks, we also have square bucks. I think Palestine has the most interesting Starbucks ripoffs. We have officially entered the Church of Nativity. Check this out. So just visually, it doesn't look anything too special, but I think the significance of this church is what makes it so visited. The church that we're in now is 1,500 years old. Definitely the oldest in Palestine, but one of the oldest in the world. And yeah, the cave is where Jesus Christ was born. So that is pretty insane. That's why there's a huge lineup. Still way lesser than any Indian temple I've been to. But yeah, Jesus Christ was literally born somewhere in there. That's huge. One of the mosaics there, that's been around from the Byzantine times. And then underneath us is the original mosaic floor, around 60 meters below us, from the original church from the 300th years. Okay, we've made a quick stop at a sweet shop to try some knafe, which is apparently a Palestinian sweet that we also saw a lot in Israel. Knafe that we're trying, it's supposed to be really sugary. Yeah, it's a bit too sweet for my liking. It's definitely tasty. So we're still in Bethlehem, and this is the wall that got constructed between 2002 and 2004 to block Palestinians from entering Israel. Apparently this wall is twice the size of the Berlin Wall. Look how tall it is. and there's a lot of graffitis made here. It's a very hard situation for the locals in terms of like health and all the services that were affected by the wall being constructed. Is that Donald Trump? Like the hair definitely looks like Donald Trump, but it's not orange in color, so who the hell knows. It says walls are meant for bombing. I think it said climbing. Someone changed it to bombing. And now we're back to Jerusalem first, and now we're stuck in real bad traffic. And when I look ahead, it's because there is the Israeli checkpoint. And when you're coming into the West Bank, there's no checking. As you can see, there's no traffic on that side. But when you're going into Israel, there's strict checking. Let's see what they check with our tourists. I wonder if they're gonna come up and check passports. Okay, so we're at the checkpoint now. That was quick. So yeah, here we're crossing the checkpoint. They just stopped us and checked one person's passport. So it's more of a random check to ensure, you know, no one's sneaking in. So that's good. It was fast. They didn't check everyone's passport because that'd take a while. That's the checkpoint right there.